Hey, 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 says I am live. So I'm putting it in the Facebook group for Art Joy Sharing. I'm going to go to YouTube and see if it's coming up on my. Says, come on. Still waiting. More live chat. Okay. So looks like everything's working well enough. So I'm just going to start talking because it's Talk About It Tuesday. I've been busy in my studio. I don't know what you guys have been doing. I hope you're having fun. Hope you're having a good time. I was going to do some stuff today. I've got, all this stuff I need to use up. And let me know if the lighting is working for you guys or not. Keep changing things around. I drug out some other lights and I think it's illuminated the desktop a little bit better, but I've still got shadows and things. So yeah, need to work that out. But one of the things that I did this last week is I purchased another cutting machine for upstairs. I got a silhouette portrait, which is a much smaller footprint than the scan and cut. And I had a silhouette before many years ago, and I gave it to my daughter, but I wasn't happy with what was going on with the mats and everything with the silhouette. With the scan and cut. And, I ordered a new mat. The new mat is working fine, but it's really too big for my upstairs studio. So I took it back downstairs, and I will continue to use that machine downstairs. However, I got the small portrait and you can go check this out on the Silhouette America website if you're in America. I'm sure they probably have one for overseas too. But yeah, that's what I've been playing with. This was the first cut that I made with that new machine. And you can see it cut perfectly well, cut perfectly fine. And it's got the software. I'm going to play with the software a lot more. What did I do with it? Okay, so here's my cut. You can see how detailed it is and just how lovely that cut turned out. So I'm happy with that. Now I have to teach myself how to make my own imagery, scan it out, put it on, like if I want it on sticker paper, put it on sticker paper, all that sort of thing. Because remember, I was making stickers, stuff like this, from, just watercolor and things that I was doing to go into my journal. So I've got a lot of this kind of stuff already. And you saw, maybe if you were watching or if you haven't seen it, go back and check out my video from the other day where I was doing a keeper for all of these types of, all these types of paper things that we're using. So talking about things as we do, I was telling you how I wanted to do my journals differently this year, that I wanted to have a multiple journal collection for the year. And this calendar one was one of the ones that I was working in. This was, my January, and I'm putting things in here that mean something to me. A store that I went to, the temperatures, my crazy husband, and when I talked to the police officer down in Melbourne, that kind of stuff is going in here. This was January, and what I was doing in January, because we weren't home, we were traveling. So of course I had pictures of all that travel stuff. And then as I went on, because January I was so busy driving, I didn't get a whole lot of stuff into my January calendar. But then, we move on to February, and, I was still traveling in February. Different things that I was doing. I was having a lot of seasonal down, because we were back home here and the snow was coming and it was really, getting to me, the cold, the depression, that sort of stuff. So I put that in my journal because I want to log all of those things that are important to me throughout the month. So, here I'm saying I should be doing daily art, but I have the winter blues. Yeah, I sure do. So, this is a piece that I had cut on the Scan and Cut as a mask. So I was just playing around in here, trying that out. So I'm telling myself what I want to do, working on collage elements. Here I'm asking, where did I go, in February? Where did I go? What happened to me? Time for a makeover, maybe. And weed and cut, please. Yeah, not just with my machine, but with me. I needed a fresh take. So then we got to March, right? We're in March right now. And I've been sick off and on. I have some systemic diseases that cause me issues. And they just, keep popping up, keep giving me fits. So trying to turn off. There we go. So I'm saying, hang on, it's going to be windy, Piglet. And, I've been trying to keep up. This is this week. The kids are coming the end of the week, so I need to put that in here. This is with Ethan, Bree, and Rich are all coming to celebrate the weekend with me, so I got that to do. I had down for yesterday to make use of sprays, and I've been trying to use up sprays and things, and so that's really what I want to do today, because I haven't been keeping up with that kind of stuff. So my March calendar is telling me what direction I should be going. Here I'm talking about plans that I have for things that I want to do, things I'm playing with. Here, I'm making notes about different things on my new cutter. And then this morning I was watching Jelly Arts and looking at some stuff to do there. And so I was making notes for myself, and you can see how handy this is going to be when I go back. It's going to remind me of the things that I need to be reminded about as I go through here. That these are pages that I haven't done yet, but it's going to remind me of the things that I wanted to revisit and do something about, instead of just sitting down and saying, okay, I don't know where I am or what I'm doing. So that's kind of what this little calendar journal has become for me. So real happy with how that's working out for me. I hope you've got something that works for you. So I've spread out some newspaper on my floor. Oh yeah, and the other thing was, I've been having issues with my machines. I've got two sewing machines. I got a little Janome and I got a little Singer handheld, and neither one of which was working for me. So I had ordered some new needles for my sewing machines, and I ordered some new thread because I thought, well, maybe it was the old thread, because the threads that I have are things that I got from my mother way back when. I've got her old sewing cabinet and stuff. So anyway, I'm putting some art guard on because I'm fixing to get messy. This is, if you don't have this, you might want to consider getting it because it protects your skin, your hands. So I've got rags out here. These I set aside because I saw Brigitte Koopson this morning had been gel printing with these, and I thought, oh yeah, I want to do that too. So I was doing laundry this morning and I pulled those out, and I've got my rags and my paper toweling and that sort of stuff. So, and I put this is a smock that I did a number of years ago for something I was going to, so I don't get all of that stuff all over me. Yeah. Can you see that I'm just going 90 miles an hour? I think it's the steroids. There's something that really gets me going. So I've got these big craft tags. These are Essentials, and they're usually $5.99. It looks like I picked them up for $1.99. And they're this size. And I wanted to play with some of these and make a journal out of it. So I have a box. Get my newsprint ready because I do not want this stuff on my floor. And I have my splat box. This is just a Amazon box, that has some paper in the bottom. And I'm going to put my tag in there. And then I want to grab those sprays, those Dina Wakley sprays that are glossy and they stick to everything. I'm trying to use some of that stuff up, and we'll see how good I do on that. But yeah, I've got these Tim Holtz stencils. I don't know if I'm going to use stencils, what I'm going to do, but I'm going to start just by spraying some color. These are bottles that I put some of the gloss sprays into because I was having trouble getting them to spray, remember? So I just put some of those sprays into a bottle, and you can see I'm getting pretty good coverage with that. The lighting isn't the best. See, I'm getting pretty good coverage with that. Then I take this and I dip it in my water so that it's kind of drippy, and then I put the lid back on that. Now I've got this color in a smaller bottle. Let's see if I can do something with it. So you can see that's going on there. Now, I want this to dry down before I do anything else with it. So I've got my newspaper down on the floor, and I'm going to grab this. And I'm just going to throw that on that newspaper to dry. And I'm going to let it air dry because these things take a little while. Let's see. What color do I want to use now? I've got a number of different types of sprays too. Let's keep going with the gloss spray since I've got them here. And let's use some more blues. I've got this one. See if I can get it to spray. No, that one's not going to spray for me. So what do I do when they don't spray? I put it in another bottle, right? So where are my bottles? Oh, here we go. I got some out here. So here's an empty bottle. I'm just going to open that up. There's not a whole lot left in here. Yeah, see, that's all that there is left in there. So I can rinse this out and soak it and do whatever I need to do with it. Because that's all that there is left in there. So set that bottle aside and clean it out later because I want to use this. Hey, hi. Lisa, good to see you. Trying to read. Noni, hi. I'm trying to read and do stuff at the same time. It doesn't always work out the best. So anyway, you can see that's all I got left of that color. So I want to use it up anyway, right? See if I can get it started. There we go. Now it's coming out. It's a pretty color. Kind of a turquoisey blue there. So then I take this, I dip it in the water and put the lid right on it so that keeps some moisture in that cap. Keep it going there. Okay, so we've got the blue. Let's go with, this is Night. How are you guys doing? What you been up to? I'm just playing here today, trying to use up stuff. I did talk about my journal that I'm working on for my calendar and a few other things. So if you guys are interested in that, you can go back and watch the beginning. Oh, see, this one won't even push down. See that? Won't even push down. So that means it's time to transfer. And I've had these for a while. You know, I'm not saying that they're brand new or anything, but as you can tell, I've had it for a while because there's not much left in there. I actually used a lot of it. But there again, there's only about an inch of product left in the bottom of this one. And I want to use it. I don't want to just toss it. And I want to spray it because it's meant to be a spray. So here we go. See if I can get the pump to pump that up. Yep, there we go. All right, so I'm getting some coating on that, dip it in the water, put the lid on it. Doing pretty good. What? I got to get my phone up here. That's too far away for me to read. Here we go. Oh, I know you are. I'm so sorry. Oh, yeah. Got to do things to take your mind off it, don't you? For sure. Okay, so I like this, what's going on here, but I want to add something for contrast. So I really like this cheddar. See if we can get this to spray. Maybe. It's not mixing up the best either. See, it's still got that going on. Do you guys have any of these sprays? Any of these gloss sprays? Oh, that one actually worked. Yay. Gotta love it when it works, right? Gonna let that drip. Get some drippage going on. I'm still gonna dip it in the water and put the lid back on it. I'm gonna set this one on the newspaper. And let that dry down. Boy, those darks just kind of soaked into that one. I think I'm going to add some cheddar to those, to that one. That was the first one I had there. It doesn't want to, the pump doesn't want to pop right back up. So I'm having to use my fingers to pull it back out here. Yeah, I believe you, Noni. Half her found to get it to work the best is, you know, when you get done spraying, dip it in the water right away and put that lid on it. And then if it doesn't work, you know, I just get these cheap replacement bottles and go with that. Because I don't want to waste this stuff. I really don't want to waste it. Okay, so this is going to be a fun book by the time I get done using all of this stuff. You know, this is just, you know, these tags I've had for a very long time. Yeah, when they're doing what they're supposed to do. Oh, it's so lovely when it does what it's supposed to do. Okay, let's do some white to begin with. Let's see if I can brighten up the background on this one. That one doesn't even want to shake loose. I'm supposed to have a rattle in there. Yeah, those empty bottles, I think you can get them by the gross. And I had like these were something I got off of Amazon, a photographic supply for some reason. And like these, you know, there's just an assortment of stuff. None of them is the same size as this bottle, which really bugs me because I'd like to find one because I've got the case to put them in. So if you guys know where to get same size bottle, let me know because I'd like to replace them with something that's going to fit into the case. Oh, look, the white's working. Yay! Woo! Awesome. Okay, so yeah, see that one because I had dipped it in the water and I put the lid on it. It was working. So let's go back to that blue and see if it'll brighten that blue up now. Oh yeah. Get a little bit of that in there. And then a little bit of the turquoisey blue too, right? We'll just mix it all up here. Now this one doesn't want to work again. There we go. It's probably because we're getting down the bottom of this one. But that is so pretty. That's pretty. It's almost like a starry sky effect. So I'm teaching myself how to use that new cutter. And so that's been taking up some of my time. Then I was having printer issues because I've got two printers, one upstairs, one downstairs. One's inkjet and one's laser. And we had some interruptions to our Wi-Fi. Thanks, Lisa. And yeah, the dumb things, I had to reset them, do all of that stuff. One thing after another, and I'm getting worn out with trying to fix stuff, because I got the one sewing machine working now. So yay for that. So maybe I'll be able to sew something or not. I mean, all I sew is paper. So, because I'm not a seamstress. I don't really do that. My sewing, when I got my first sewing machine, it was when the kids were little, so I could patch their pants, when they took the knees out on the pants. And there's a little bit left in there. Let's see if we can get it out. Oh, yeah. So, that's, my mother was the seamstress. She made all my dresses and everything. And I, she never liked what I made. So I didn't attempt too hard because it just wasn't working for me. Hey, Minka, hi. So anyway, you do what you can with what you got, right? And what I had was not wonderful. So let's see. Let's put a stencil on this one, and let's add. See if I can get this one to work. We'll give it a go anyway. So all of those different machines, the sewing machine, the die cut machine. Oh, and Minka, you may want to go back and watch the beginning. I got another cutting machine, which is much smaller footprint, and you might be interested in that because I know you were talking about the scan and cut. So anyway, so there's that, and I'm going to throw this immediately into water because that stuff sets up like glue. And when I throw that into water, okay, there you go. When I throw that into water, that water pan is going to go outside because I do not want this gloss stuff going down my sink, because that is not something you want to introduce to your plumbing system, right? So I do like this. This is kind of cool. So I'm getting excited because I am getting some stuff on these tags. These on the floor are still wet. So let's do another tag here. And let's go back to cheddar. No, that's gilt. Ooh, I might have to use some of that. Let's go back to the cheddar. Yeah, see, that pump is having issues. You have to pull it up. But it's working. So I shouldn't complain, right? I shouldn't complain because it is working. So that was cheddar. And I want to add some medieval to that. See if I can get the medieval to work. So, no, nothing going on with medieval. So what's that mean? It means I need another sprayer, doesn't it? So I've got my bottle. I'll throw that in there so I don't make a mess. There's not a lot left in this one either. See, I'm just using up the very last, the very tail end of these. Because they need to be used. All right. See if I can get this one to work. It's going to take a couple of priming pumps here to get it going. Oh yeah, there we go. See? Now we've got it. Just like that. That worked fine. Dip it in the water. Put the lid on it so that it keeps it moist. And set the medieval aside because I got to wash that out. I intend to try to save them. Save those bottles, right? So this stuff dries glossy. I can tell that this is still damp because when you feel the back, it's cold. But it's dried enough down now that I could put a stencil or something over it. So let's find something I want to use here. This one's kind of interesting. And let's take that white because that was showing up pretty good. Oh yeah. So there you can see it's put another layer onto that. And I think this one's probably ready for something like that too. I wish that blue, I had more of that blue, but I don't really. So I wonder if I can just do a little drippage. Now I need to put this stencil into the water and I need to cap off that white because, you know, everything's a process. I got to remind myself to do it all. I'm going to make a tag book. And that'll be coming, I don't know, whenever I get around to it. But I want to make a tag book out of these. So these are just the backgrounds. These are the beginning. So let's do some drippage here. So I want to use this blue until it's all gone. So I like that. And then I'm just going to flick some of that too. I tell you, I've got everything protected here. I've got just some of this packing stuff on my desk. You know, even though it's glass, you have to take something and scrape it off because these really stick to absolutely everything. So I've got this one. It's still pretty wet, but you know, we're just doing drippage now, right? So and that's the end of that one. So I'm going to throw this right into the water because this definitely can be reused. I only used it today. So that's going in there. And then this is going to go get dried on the papers. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 tags, 6 tag. You know, if you're doing them back to back, you're going to fold them and make multiple pages. Blood veins? Maybe. So I want to add just some spray to get that one started. And let's pick another color that I haven't used yet. See how much of these other ones I've got left. This one is eggplant. I love eggplant. You guys like eggplant for a color? Yeah, I think it'll be fun, Lisa. You know, I like making little journal kind of things. And okay, is this going to work? No, it's not going to work. Okay. Have to work on that one. Let's try. Oh boy, come on. Can't even get it out. Okay, I think they've even actually stuck on the bottom to the container. Yeah, eggplant is a lovely color, isn't it? Aubergine. Come on, you can do it. No, not going to do it. All right, so that means I'm just going to have to, I'm just going to do some drippage. So we can do other things than spray with this, right? And I wonder if that gold is going to spray for me. I really want to use that. I have another spray bottle up here. I don't know, but I do have some color burst spray in a. This is boysenberry in the color. I've had these around forever too. These Color Bloom. You guys have any of these Color Bloom sprays? I bought this because this was one of the best nozzles that was out there. And I intended to reuse these bottles too. Oh yeah, see? Those are still working. And because the other gloss spray is underneath, it's breaking it up and giving you that real mottled effect. Really awesome. I like that a lot. So let's add a little bit to this one too. Yeah, I like that. Okay. The name of it is, it's from Prima Marketing, and it's called Color Bloom Boysenberry Spray. I got these, oh my gosh, probably 6-7 years ago. I went to a Prima event out in California, and I picked these up from that. And these sprays have always worked for me. I don't know what the difference is about them, but these Prima sprays have always worked for me. So I was always happy with them. All right, this one, I'm going to leave the background black, I think, but I want to take a stencil. Sorry, guys, this is not set up right for you, is it? Here we go. Shift this around. Uh-oh, running out of white. Yep, getting down to the bottom of that bottle, which is what I want to do. Okay, so let's try a different Prima color. This is the Prima Summer Sky. Get that mixed up there. See if I can get some of that blue mixed in with this. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Now, I probably should have let that dry more before I put the blue on, because you can see it's commingling a little bit more than I want it to. So we'll come back and add some more color to this one after it dries down a little bit. But I'm happy with how that's working. So let's see. How many? I should probably do a few of these in the craft. You know, so I have pages that are a little bit different than just all black. And then I was going to do some smaller ones too. But let me just start with some of that blue from Prima on this one. And then see if I can get some of this gloss spray to work. No, that one's not going to work. So let's do the darker blue that I put in the new bottle. That should work. There we go. There we go. That's working. I'm running out of places to put wet stuff. So that means I should probably quit on that. And I had a journal out here. So I was going to spray a few pages. I don't know what I have in here. Oh, yeah. There's some stuff. There's some stuff. So let me hit this. Use up some of that. let that dry. And then get another journal. I don't know about you guys, but I have a lot of journals I work out of. So these are just, backgrounds that I started in here. Okay, so I've got an empty page. And let's get some of that blue that we're trying to use up. Like that. And then let's get some of this. I think this is, what do they call this? Mineral or something? I don't know. Okay, Lisa. She's saying be right back. Okay, so that's got to dry. And then I got another one of these. Let's go back to the boysenberry. And this is, I don't worry so much about this one with drying it down. I don't want to put a heat tool on the gloss because that is an acrylic gloss. But this, I have dried successfully. I'm just going to heat set that a little bit. And I've also got, let's see, what other, I really wanted to use that eggplant. This is so pretty. So that's not a real heavy duty heat tool. That, just kind of warms things up a little bit. Now this one, I can't remember if one of these was spraying or not. Do you guys remember? No, I think I had to take it out of this. So what that means is here's my bottle that I was washing out. I had just dumped it in and I put a little bit of soap into my rinse water to make sure I cut that stuff. So I'm trying to get the soap out of there too, but gonna get the gloss spray, shake that up. Of course, this is not gonna come out of here. So let's pour that into a different bottle. And I might try soaking those in some Murphy's oil soap. See if I can get them to clean out. Have you guys used Murphy's with this stuff? Okay, so this was the one that we had put the blue in before, and now it's got the, what did I call that? The eggplant. Now I need my splat box again, because I don't want this stuff going everywhere. There's a little bit of blue left in that. But how pretty is that? That's really pretty. I don't know if you guys can see it or not, but there's the lighter eggplant color. There's a little bit of blue mixed in with this. I'm going to dip this in my water. Put the lid back on it so I can continue to use that, because I really like the colors in this one. Very pretty. Okay, and then let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, let's do one more for good measure. We'll have 10 tags, and that should make a nice tag book, right? So let's start this one with some gloss spray. Let's start, I've got this green. That's a nice color. And then we've got I'll keep my sprays separate here so I know what's what. We've got that blue that we were using before. Green and blue is a good combo. So trying to be very careful because I can get overspray on this stuff real easily. See, just like that. Oh, man. Oh, no. I dripped on the floor. That is not a good thing. Yeah, so that's a really nice tag too. I like that a lot. So that's about all I was going to do. I was going to do these tags and a little bit in my journal just to, use up some product. Go check out the Silhouette Portrait cutting machine. See what you think of that. I will be doing some more with that. I was showing my first cut with that machine. So you can see it cut very nicely. Did a good job. I'm very happy with it. I just have to learn the software now. So anyway, thanks for hanging out with me. And I will be seeing you again soon. And have a great Talk About It Tuesday. And remember to that kindness is free and to sprinkle that stuff everywhere. Bye, guys.